They said you'll never retire comfortably with just a few million. That's a lie. If you're staring at your 401k statement, maybe it says 3.1 million, maybe it's close. That 3.1 million isn't just a balance to protect. It's a retirement paycheck. It works alongside Social Security, keeps compounding while you sleep, and can support your work optional lifestyle. I'm Megan Ramshaw, CFP and lead advisor at MOKAN Wealth. And after working with dozens of self-made 401k and IRA millionaires, I've seen it time and time again. People sitting on more than enough, but stuck at jobs they're ready to leave. That stops today. Because once you understand what 3.1 million actually does, not as a number to guard, but as a tool designed to pay you, you'll start asking yourself a different question. Not, do I have enough, but why am I still working? Let's start with what most people get wrong. They look at 3.1 million and think, that's my nest egg. I can't touch it. But here's the truth. That 3.1 million is supposed to work for you, not just sit there looking good on a screen. At a conservative 4% withdrawal rate, 3.1 million gives you about $124,000 per year before taxes. That number is rooted in decades of research showing that a 4% starting withdrawal rate, adjusted annually for inflation, can support a retirement lasting 30 years or more. Let's say you're a couple who retires with 3.1 million. You take out $124,000 that first year. The following year, you adjust for inflation, maybe 3%, and now you're taking $127,720. What's tough is that many people get stuck staring at the balance. I can't retire until I hit 3.5 million. Or once retired, I can't let it drop below 3 million. But the more you obsess over the balance, the scarier the markets feel. And that can lead to underspending, not because you can't afford it, but because you're afraid. We've all been taught that money disappears. You earn it, you spend it, it's gone. So when people retire and see 3.1 million saved, they think, how long will it last? And that fear kicks in. But your savings aren't a checking account. They're a paycheck machine. When you stop obsessing over the total balance and start looking at what it does each year, that's when confidence goes up. We've found that once a couple sees exactly what they can spend comfortably, it gives them the green light to enjoy retirement. It's not just a balance anymore, it's a plan. And that plan gives them peace of mind. Here's where it gets even better. That $124,000 from your portfolio, that's just one income stream. Most folks we work with in their early to mid 60s can expect around $30,000 to $40,000 per year from Social Security per person, depending on earnings. If you're married, that could be around $70,000 per year total from Social Security. Stack that with your portfolio income, and now you're looking at about $194,000 a year before taxes. If you're single, it could look like $35,000 from Social Security plus $124,000 from your portfolio for a total of $159,000. And here's the bonus. Not all of your Social Security is taxed. Depending on your other income, a portion of it may be tax-free. That means it's not just on paper income, it's money you can actually spend. It's one of the most common questions we get. Should I claim at 62, wait until my full retirement age, or even 70? While waiting means a bigger monthly paycheck, taking it early isn't always wrong. In fact, for some people, starting early can help protect their investments. If you've got Social Security coming in, you may need to sell fewer shares to cover expenses, especially if the market dips early in retirement. Let's break it down. Say a couple both claim at 62. Instead of $3,500 a month at full retirement age, they may receive around $2,464 each month. That's $288,000 in income over the next 5 years, money that doesn't come out of your portfolio. Now, yes, if you both live to 90, you'll collect about $194,000 less from Social Security over your lifetime. But if your retirement plan supports either choice, sometimes getting the income early gives you more flexibility now during your healthiest years. There's no perfect age, but there is a best age for your plan. And when you run the numbers, the path forward usually gets much clearer. Here's one of the biggest surprises for new retirees. Your spending often goes down. Yes, you might travel more. Yes, you'll enjoy more leisure time, but a lot of daily costs just disappear. No more commuting, no more work clothes or dry cleaning, no more expensive lunches because you're too busy to cook, and no more stress spending because you're drained from work. Plus, you've got your time back. You can cook at home, shop smarter, make thoughtful decisions instead of rushed ones. Also gone? Payroll taxes, 401k contributions, union dues or office gifts. You don't need to replace your whole paycheck. You just need to replace your lifestyle. Here's how we do it with clients at MOKAN Wealth. Step 1, start with your net paycheck. How much hits your bank account every 2 weeks? Multiply that by 26, then divide by 12. That's your monthly take-home income. Step 2, break your expenses into 2 buckets: essentials, groceries, utilities, insurance, property taxes, and your non-essentials, travel, dining out, hobbies, usually higher in your early retirement years. Then subtract the expenses that go away in retirement: commuting, taxes, retirement contributions. Step 3, build in inflation. For essential expenses, that would be around 4%. Pre-Medicare healthcare is 6 to 7%. And Medicare and supplements, inflation around 7%. Travel and lifestyle, 4%, often higher in early years. We're big believers in front-loading retirement. Use your energy-rich years to live fully while your spending will likely go down over time. Here's what no one tells you. Saving is hard. For decades, you've been disciplined, skipping the extras, putting money away for someday. But when you retire, the weight lifts. You're not saving anymore. You're finally spending what you saved. The challenge, most retirees don't actually spend what they could. Data shows retirees often spend less than they safely can because they're afraid. They see withdrawals as a loss rather than the point of saving. Now let's flip the script. What are you giving up by not retiring? More money? Maybe. But what about time? Energy? Tuesday mornings with your grandkids? I've worked with people who had 3 million, 4 million, even more, and they stayed at work just in case. Then they retire at 66, and within a few months, they say the same thing. I should have done this 5 years ago. They weren't talking about money. They were talking about missed memories, missed time. No one regrets retiring too early. They regret waiting too long. Most people ask, do I have enough? That question creates anxiety. Enough is a moving target. The best question is, why am I still working? Once you see that 3.1 million and Social Security gives you the lifestyle you want and the flexibility you deserve, you'll realize you're not working because you have to. You're working because you choose to. If you want to know when you can retire, how much you can spend, and how to build a plan that fits your life, click the link below to see if working with us at MOKAN Wealth is the right next step for you.